You ever notice how some men walk into a room and instantly command attention without even trying? No loud energy, no desperate need to impress, just presence. That's exactly what happens with Henry Cavill. And no, it's not just because he's good-looking. Plenty of good-looking men don't create the kind of reaction he does. So why are women so drawn to him? Let's break it down. It starts with something most people completely overlook: controlled masculinity. Henry Cavill doesn't try to prove he's masculine. He doesn't force it. He doesn't overcompensate. And that's the key. Because real attraction isn't built on loudness, it's built on certainty. When Cavill speaks, he's calm. When he moves, he's deliberate. When he's in interviews, he's composed, even when things get awkward. That sends a powerful psychological signal. This man is in control of himself. And for a lot of women, that's deeply attractive. Now here's where it gets more interesting. He combines that strength with something unexpected: emotional grounding. This is the same guy who openly talks about his love for gaming, his passion for fantasy worlds like The Witcher, his awkward, introverted side growing up bad. He's not trying to hide those parts. And that creates contrast, because you're looking at someone who looks like Superman, but still feels human. That balance, strength plus relatability, is rare. And rare things attract attention. Then there's another layer most people don't consciously notice. He doesn't chase validation. Watch his interviews closely. He's not fishing for compliments. He's not trying to be the funniest guy in the room. He's not performing for approval. He's just there, comfortable. And that kind of energy flips the dynamic. Instead of him trying to impress women, women feel like they want to impress him. That shift alone changes everything. But let's be real for a second. Looks do play a role. However, it's not just being handsome, it's how he carries it. There are plenty of attractive celebrities, but many of them rely only on their looks. Cavill doesn't. His posture, his tone, his eye contact, it all reinforces the same message: I know who I am. And confidence, when it's genuine, is hard to ignore. Another factor: consistency. In an industry full of scandals, drama, and constant image changes, Henry Cavill has maintained a relatively stable, grounded image. He's not constantly chasing trends. He's not reinventing himself every few months. That builds trust. And attraction often follows trust more than excitement, because excitement fades. But stability, that feels safe. There's also something deeper at play. He represents a fantasy, but doesn't feel fake. To many women, he checks multiple boxes at once. Physically dominant, emotionally composed, passionate about his interests, not desperate for attention. That combination creates what psychologists call a high-value perception. Not because of money or fame alone, but because of behavior. And here's the part most guys miss. None of this is about copying him. You can't become Henry Cavill, but you can understand the principles behind why he's attractive. Self-control over showing off, confidence without arrogance, strength with emotional depth, passion without needing approval. That's what actually creates that magnetic effect. At the end of the day, women aren't just reacting to how Henry Cavill looks, they're reacting to how he makes them feel. Safe, curious, slightly challenged, and most importantly, intrigued. And intrigue, that's where attraction really begins. And here's something even deeper most people don't consciously realize: mystery. Not the fake, I'm going to act distant kind of mystery, but the kind that naturally comes from a man who doesn't reveal everything at once. Henry Cavill doesn't overshare. He doesn't explain himself endlessly. There's always a sense that there's more beneath the surface, and that does something powerful psychologically. It keeps curiosity alive. Because when everything about a person is obvious, attraction fades fast. But when there's depth you can't fully figure out, that's what keeps people leaning in. So when you combine presence, control, emotional grounding, and just a touch of mystery, you don't just get attention, you get lasting attraction.